Okay, here we are. We're gonna talk about. Is it catching me? Yeah, it is. All right, we're gonna talk about Flash episode 6, Enter Zoom. That was the best episode so far.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
So we're gonna cut out some stuff because we're gonna skip some stuff because not everything was needed to know. There's some stuff it's just not relevant to the story to get to the good parts. So first thing we'll start off with is Team Flash put together a plan. They really wanted to get Zoom. Barry really wants to get Zoom for some reason. I don't know. He's just really wants to do it.
He wasn't clear about why he actually wanted to get Zoom or not.
He didn't really say. Joe talked to him later, but even then he didn't really say.
No, I didn't really.
He was just like, Reverse Flash was like, I'm never going to be happy. I'm like, no, apparently you're not going to be happy. Because your dad's out. Mm-hmm. And you try to save your mom, but you didn't save her mom, so you're still not happy. So there's that. But they put together a plan, and the first version of the plan was that Earth 2 Harrison Wells was going to work on a speed reduction serum. Apparently he had been working on it back on Earth 2, but he didn't get time enough to finish it. So he's going to work on that, and everybody else is going to synchronize their watches and wait for that to happen, because he didn't give any other details about it. But while he's making that, he did have a flashback to his Earth, and they showed Jessie Quick, which I didn't know that was her.
Yeah, he called her. He said something. That's my Jessie Quick.
Yeah, something close to that. So he would flash back to her, and she was like, "Oh, is it true that Jay Garrett said you caused all the metahumans?" And he was like, "Oh, maybe." And that was pretty much his answer.
Yeah.
He wasn't really definitive one way or the other. So she left, and that's when he was like, "Oh, you're my Jessie Quick," or something like that.
Yeah.
And so he started working on that, and then
In present time,
we got the second version of the plan, which was, what's her name? Linda wanted to help.
Earth 1, Linda Lake.
Earth 1,
They're Linda Lake.
Wanted to help the Flash capture
Zoom.
But more importantly, wanted to capture the bad Linda, because she remembered her from last week. So she wanted to somehow help. And Iris went back and told Barry about it, and Barry's like, yeah, no,
that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Let's have her dress up like
Yeah.
Earth 2 Dr. Light and trick Zoom into thinking she killed me. And then when Zoom pops out, I'll kill him? I'll get him?
We'll capture him.
Somehow?
We'll shoot him with the super slow serum, and he'll be ours. Because that just seemed foolproof. And so they trained her a bit in the Dr. Light suit that shoots
for
light.
2 minutes.
It was like a good hour they spent on her, probably. Another flashback for Dr. Wells. This time he was in Star Labs on Earth 2, and then on the news, Channel 52 News.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, the mysterious hood has been revealed. It turns out it's
Robert Queen.
That was the story that was on, but then it got interrupted, and it's like, metahuman attacks Central City College, and one hostage got taken, and it turns out to be Wells' daughter, Jessie Quick.
Yeah.
And so he was like, and so that's why he came to Earth 2 to try to make a serum and team up with the Flash to stop Zoom here.
Yeah, he doesn't want to kill Zoom. He wants to capture him.
Wants to capture him to find out where his daughter is. Which leads to the next thing. Cisco was trying to vibe him, because apparently that's what we're calling it now.
Yeah,
he touches you.
They love to say vibe.
Yeah, he vibes you. And he kept trying to, and was like, get the hell off me, homie. And he tried again, and he actually did see that Jessie Quick was being held in like the basement or wherever. And I guess by Zoom, and Zoom was torturing her, or tickling her, or hitting her with the sub sign, which I don't know what he was doing. They didn't show, but she was
alive. That was the point of that.
But yeah, that's the thing. So they put the plan into motion, and Linda tries her best acting, which is not.
It's not good.
Not good, and Barry's not helping the situation either. But they play it off it goes okay, I guess. But she's overacting, and then, she shoots him with some light, and he falls down super dramatic. And then she takes a little symbol off his chest and throws it into the portal. And apparently that's supposed to signal Zoom to come to collect the body. And so they wait for I guess an hour or
They
so.
said it was an hour.
Yeah, and Barry starts moving, and she's like, "Stop moving." He's like, "Oh no, I fell into a really awkward position when I fell asleep.
My legs
asleep." She's like, "Stop, he's gonna see you." He's like, No, call it off." And so they call it off, and yeah, he didn't show. And so Dr. Wells is super mad. He's punching stuff. And he's not taking it well, which I guess is a good way to say it. So he's not taking it well. So Linda and Iris go back, and they have a drink at their newspaper, because that's where you drink at, your workplace.
Your workplace, yeah.
So they're there, and they're like, "Oh, good job, team up." We all know Barry's secret now, because
Barry told Linda.
Barry told Linda. He's like, "Oh, by the way, you made out with the Flash. You got banged by the Flash." And so she was like, "Yeah, I'm part of the team now. It's pretty cool. All this good stuff." So she goes outside, and then Zoom shows up and looks at her in the face and takes her to Star Labs. So he grabs her, and they go to Star Labs on the roof.
Yeah, he takes her to the roof of Star Labs.
And yeah, the team's all right there, and Barry grabs his suit and goes up there. He's like, "Oh, leave her alone." And he drops her. Barry saves her, and then they start fighting. And it does not go well for Barry.
He starts running around to try to throw a lightning bolt at him, and Zoom just catches it and throws it straight back at him.
Yeah, that was insane.
That was pretty cool.
And then so he runs up the side of the building, and he's like, "Oh, since you're faster than me, if I run up, and we're on the sky, we'll flop around."
We'll fall at the same speed.
And no, it kind of worked, but Zoom falls on top of him and just keeps beating him up.
Mm-hmm.
Beats him up for a while, and then Dr. Wells grabs the gun that has a dart with the serum in there, tries to shoot him with it, and Barry also had tried to stab him with it, but Dr. Wells shoots him, Zoom catches it, and is like, "Oh, you're next." And then he grabs both serums and stabs Barry in the chest. So he's pretty much lost his power at this point. Or I assume temporarily loses it.
Yeah.
So he's knocked out at this point. So he picks him up, drags him to, the newspaper. And he's like, "Oh, is this your hero? He's useless now."
Said heroes die.
Yeah, heroes die, and I just killed this one. This is not your savior of your city.
Yeah.
He's useless. And then he grabs him again, drags him all the way across town to the police department.
Station.
Yeah, police department. And he's like, "Yeah, this guy sucks.
He's not going to save your city.
Your city needs saving, and he's not going to do it." And so, I think it was Captain Singh.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen him in a while. He just showed up, and he was like, "Shoot." And everybody shoots at him, and Zoom just catches all bullets and throws them on the floor.
Yeah, they unloaded on him, too.
Yeah.
It wasn't like one or two bullets.
No, it was like
they unloaded. The whole police force unloaded
department
on him.
I had to say it's at least 20 people.
Not one of them got him.
I mean, at least 20 people with 8 bullets each. That's a lot. And it was not even. He just took them all down like he was Neo from the Matrix. It was not even. And so after that, he grabbed him again by the head. Took him. Yeah, he was around his head like he was Predator. He grabbed him by the head.
He's already a lifeless body.
Yeah, and he's just grabbing him. He dragged him all the way back to Star Labs. Again, and was in front of Team Flash. He's like, "Well, Dr. Wells, you gone and effed up real good this time." Yeah. He goes, "You thought you could beat me with this guy? He's a loser. And now his death is on you." And because Dr. Zoom has these weird big claw things.
Yeah.
And he stabs him.
With one finger, though.
Yeah, one finger. Bony claw finger thing. And he stabs him.
Yeah, like
in the side, it looked
like. I don't know, whatever that is, like your liver or kidney or something.
So he stabs him with it, and then from that point, he's pretty much dead. And I guess he was really going to kill him until Cisco...
Yeah.
Because Zoom was giving his little evil guy speech. Cisco grabbed the gun and shot him, and got him with one of the speed-dampening darts in the neck, which seemed to affect him.
It hurted him. He yelled.
Yeah. It seemed like it worked for a good 10 seconds, maybe.
Yeah, and then he took off.
And after that, he took off. So I'll give it to Dr. Wells. He said it would work, and it did work.
It did work, yeah. It just wasn't enough.
Yeah, you're going to need to give him, maybe a whole bathtub full of that stuff. Cause
dip them in there?
Yeah, dip them in there because it was 10 seconds and that was it. I would say if it was even 10 seconds. It might have been a little bit less than that. But yeah, they had to take care of Barry after that. And then we wakes up, I'm not sure, it might have been a couple days later, probably a week later or so.
Yeah, they weren't very specific.
Yeah, but he was healed up more or less on his face and everywhere else. So he's like, oh, what happened? Where's Zoom at? He's like, oh, he's gone. He's like, oh, how about Linda? She said, oh, she's staying with friends in Coast City. He's like, oh, that's good. And then he's moving around a bit. Barry's moving around a bit in bed. They're like, don't move, Barry. He's like, no, guys. He goes, I can't feel my legs. They're like, what? He's like, I can't feel my legs.
He paralyzed them.
Paralyzed them. Oh, that's where it ends right there.
That was great.
And it was pretty crazy. It was a pretty crazy episode.
He paralyzed them, yeah.
Paralyzed them, man. So that was the episode. Pretty good episode. I give this episode... We have a lot of other stuff to talk about, but I'm going to try to keep it short today. We'll have to do it on the podcast. We'll actually have to do one this week because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So on this one, I'd give it... Let's see. What's a good ranking? Oh, okay. I'd give this episode 9 Professor X wheelchairs out of 10. Yeah. Because the previous next week, he's in a wheelchair, so...
Yeah.
That was kind of bad. It's kind of bad I said that.
You have to edit that out. I was gonna say 9 Dr. Zooms punching Barry back in the back of the spine.
No, I'm liking 9 Professor X wheelchairs. The floating gold ones from the 90s cartoon. Not like actual wheelchairs. That would be bad taste. Floating ones. The floating ones, guys. Okay, question, come leave it down below. See you next time.